Hi Scorpio, it's Athena. Welcome back to my channel. Okay, we are getting ready to close out the last month of the year of 2019. And many will say hallelujah, right? Thank God. It has been very rough for a while for many of us. Why? Because a lot of what we have had to endure became very real with karmic cycles closing and our finality of the learning and the lessons and the insight that we have managed to gain has now helped not only us but also our ancestors. So, you know, as hard as it's been, know that with every karmic cycle of life closing up, which we are in December of 2019, we are now entering another time and another complete decade of taking that which we have learned, the insight, the lessons, the wisdom, right? And using that on our next journey. Literally, the page is turning now, literally. And 2020 will be completely different. Not saying that we're not going to learn, our lessons, because that's what we're here to do. However, it will be a time where we utilize what we've learned, taking it into the new decade so that we can hopefully, not have to undergo any more of the same, right? The same. Okay. So anyway, the thread and theme, I don't know why I'm playing with my hair here. The thread and theme for the month of December 2019 is the star. So remember that we are all stars. And at night, in the night sky, the stars that shine bright are the guides, our ancestors, our guides that help us and have been helping us, right? We are all stars in our own right. So shine your light bright for the world to see, and know that that this is not a part of a let's say religious belief, as it is your belief, your faith. That's what it's about. Whether you decide to believe that as faith instilled or spirituality, it makes no difference what you want to label it. It doesn't need a label. Faith does not need a label. Okay? Faith is the love that you hold in your heart. Okay. Let's get started. This is Scorpios, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let's see what's happening for the beautiful Scorpios. It's been no sign has been any easier. The path is not easy, as we're all on the same journey. So it just really depends on what you've had to endure. But we all go through the same pathway, per se. All right, let's focus on Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of December, the final month of the year, 2019. Okay. All right, let's get started. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Always remember, if it doesn't apply, don't try to make it fit. Watch your sun sign, moon sign, rising sign, even Venus sign, depending on what you want to learn. Look at this, Scorpios. Look at the star. I mean, are you kidding me? It just came out. So you are this star. The universe, the angel up here, the angel is now pouring major blessings upon each and every one of you, right? Here are the ancestors. This is the angel. The star angel is blessing you with abundant beautiful blessings for all the work and all of that which you have learned. I also want to point out, whether you believe in the Star of David or the Star of Bethlehem, like I said, makes no difference. It's all about the faith and love that you have in your own life, in yourself. King of Swords. So we are predominantly maybe dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. If it's not, it does not have to be external, an external person, as much as this could be just you conquering. That's what I'm hearing. You're conquering your thoughts by receiving the blessings and not being so like stringent, whereby you're not going to be receiving the blessings. You are receiving the blessings, right? The card is very spiritual. The King of Swords wears the sapphire. What are sapphires? They are spiritual blessings. This could also be, I'm feeling, this could be a figure, a spirit guide. I don't know why I'm feeling that way. I'm feeling this could be a spirit guide, someone who is helping guide you through these blessings. If not, it could be external to you. Okay? Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. With what? A Page of Cups offering a love, the blessings of love bestowed upon you, or you offering this love to, by which offering the love and also offering forgiveness of childhood self, right? This is learning. This is the child in you, and this is the adult, the mature, the wise one. So you have come a long way. And that's now how I feel this is going. This is about your healing, your childhood, and now you have learned through wisdom, insight. Your crown chakra now is being illuminated. The spirit guide and angel is pouring the blessings upon you, your healing of childhood self and now, right? So this is really beautiful. Could be an offering of love, but it could also be healing your childhood self now, and so that you can become the king, from a page to a king. That's the blessing. The healing and the blessing, all in one. There's no more, right? There's no more thoughts that will obstruct the journey, the road. There are no more destructive thoughts, negativity, anything external that made you feel like you couldn't move now is being taken out, away. It's not there any longer. Negative thoughts, negative patterns, they have been cleared. Why? Because you've cleared your younger self and your now, your present day self. You've learned, you've managed, you've conquered. This road has not been easy, especially when you have the Eight of Swords upright, right? No one is going to burst that bubble anymore. You are not bound by anything. You are not bound by, especially your internal thoughts of, being stuck, so to speak, okay? You're never stuck. You always have a choice, and you've learned that. By what? Getting out of toxic relationships. You've released yourself. Yep. You've released yourself from any toxicity in your life, be it your work environment, your friends, your family members, whatever isn't working is now being released. Okay? Now being released. Eight of Swords reversed with the Devil reversed. It's beautiful. And this was part of your healing. This was part of it. Because what was happening in your childhood life, let's say, or what the wounds from childhood had to be cleared, had to be cleansed. and released. All toxic behaviors, thoughts, patterns are now released and blessings are bestowed upon you. This is beautiful. Beautiful. Walking away, which this is your higher self, okay? This is your higher self. This is your higher self saying it's now time to raise yourself up, put yourself now in a whole nother shifting of understanding, which you're doing here, right? You have leveled up. You've gone from a page to a king. You are walking away from toxic behaviors and people, codependency, whatever codependence that is. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, right? Devil, my sex, drugs, and rock and roll card. You're walking away from that. What is this? You're walking away from negativity, negative thoughts, and those things that held you bound. Chained and bound. You are now free and being released, right? There are some things that now will be revealed to you. You will start maybe hearing truths, learning truths. The yin and yang here of depicted in the animals of the wolf and the dog, they discuss the loyalty of others, the loyalty of you. It is in question here because it's coming out. So maybe that's what came out. So Scorpios, what came out and what you had to walk away from, right? Literally walked away from toxic behavior and people. The illumination of like the reality, right? The reality set in. It finally set in. You're now knowing that this had to happen so you could move towards something that is going to balance you out and not be so much as opposites, let's say, attracting, right? This is opposites, you know, water and air, right? They don't necessarily mesh together as well, but I also feel that insofar as the blessings are coming only because of the illumination that you really needed to release yourself out of a situation or whatever this relationship is about is revealed to you now because it's not serving your highest good. And you now know that you've been illuminated to the fact that you had to be released from toxic relationships, friendships, people that had your best interests not at heart. Now you're walking away for good. You're leveling up and you've learned. You've released all toxic stuff, and or it could be your own, okay? Mind you, it works both ways. This is your thoughts. So this is predominant here, Scorpios. Your thoughts don't come here just once, but twice. The Palace of Swords is reversed, as is the Eight of Swords. So understand that you're really releasing yourself from negative thoughts, negative behavior patterns that did not work. They just didn't work. And they were causing you reason to release yourself from this. Or maybe it's people around you that don't, that you have been dealing with over issues that, made you feel negative and or not worthy of, is what I'm hearing. I'm taking this one. No more being left out in the cold. No more feeling that you're not worthy. And that could very well be what your illumination here is all about. And this is a blessing in disguise. Okay? So that's the blessing, Scorpios, for December 2019 is the illumination of truth that you needed to walk away from a toxic relationship, toxic behaviors in others and or yourself to know that you are now going to balance the yin and yang of your personality, of your life. Now there's a flow instead of going against the current, right? Walking away from that which doesn't serve you. The Page of Pentacles on the bottom is talking about what? starting over, starting fresh, being grounded, getting now a feeling of healing and grounding yourself for what is to come next on your path. What is coming next, right? How did we get here? Let's see if this is a progression. This is giving you peace of mind. These are all the doves. The white doves are all about peace. Something may be exposed on the internet that gives you peace of mind and an essence of moving on. King of Pentacles. Now you're also dealing with a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. All right, Scorpios. So you could have seen something that illuminated a truth about a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. But if that's not it, now this is interesting. Hold on. Wow, look at this. 1 minute. This is very interesting. Starting over. Look at the two kings here. So there's a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn on one side and a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius on the other side of that, depicting both children. So now you could be dealing in or a relationship with obviously your children. This could be your children, or it could be just something that coming from a place of healing, because this is the hope, this is the faith, this is the star that lights up the world, your world, okay? So these are the blessings. Something might have come out about a situation in your life. Now you are able to release the past and release that which did not serve you, because these don't serve you. Your patterns that keep showing up are toxic. The things that you see that you've been going through this last decade, I'm not going to say the whole decade, but it's been predominant in your pathway to release these toxic behaviors so that you can find peace of mind. Okay? And that's what you've learned. You've learned it. Again, the page is now graduated to the king, both kings. Well, what does that mean? You've healed, and now you have brought yourself back to a place where you can heal, you can grow, and now find what? Find importance in the quality of life, not so much in the destruction and patterns that weren't working for you, right? Because there was a time, Scorpios, that you felt like, I'm feeling left out, and now you're not. It's reversed. You're not left out anymore. You're part of a new plan. A new plan. You're lifting yourself up to a new place for yourself, for your own good, right? Your higher self helped you to do this so that you could see the truth in the patterns that formed in your life. Different people, perhaps, but the same patterns. The patterns had to be illuminated so you could see, and you could then find a sense of flow and not go against the current. So that's what's ending your decade, Scorpios. This is the world. The world is now, this part of your decade is complete because you have been illuminated. The illumination of the blessing. These are blessings in disguise. Even the moon has a star in it, right? The moon is the star as well, right? So going with the flow now, not going against the current in life, because you've learned that this is and has been a blessing in disguise for you to clear away. Literally, the moon is clearing it away, going with the flow, and not being caught up in your old paradigm of toxic behaviors. not relying on others. What are the patterns that formed in your life? These are ending. The people may be different. The people may have been different faces, but the patterns of your life were toxic, and you had to walk away from that. Your higher self said, you're not going to get anywhere if you don't walk away from doing the same old thing, different day. You got to figure out, what am I doing wrong that kept me stuck? This is being stuck in your old ways, your old belief systems. That's the swords, right? Patterns that did not work. And you needed to see that that was really what was holding you back from your growth, your soul's growth, right? So now you are brave. Now you're brave and charging ahead with a new vision. There's a new vision here now. You already did this. The people that are trying to put you down or keep you, there could be people that are trying to keep you down. You're not going to allow that at all. If you did, you're not going to allow it any longer. You're sticking up for yourself because you have the star of the light. This is the light that, it's like the light, the candle has been lit. The awareness has been seen for your highest good. One more. Hello. You have received a new passion for life because you finally got out of doing the same thing, different day. Being with new people, be it a relationship, a business, whatever, doing the same thing a different day has brought you to the end of the road. Now you are going to proceed in peace and heal much needed childhood patterns that were formed, right? This is the blessing. This is the blessing. Being able to heal from the wounds of your childhood. And that's typically, this is like the best depiction, Scorpio, of an ending of a decade, closing out 2019, and your higher self. This is the blessing. Not doing the same old that kept you in toxic patterns with different people. You needed to realize that this was not getting you anywhere. It was actually making you feel less than as a human being. You weren't growing. You have to know that for your soul's growth, this was a blessing in disguise. Seeing it. I'm talking about seeing it. Seeing the patterns that have formed in your life. This is all the dark, going from the darkness to the light. That's what you're doing. You're going from a time where you have been blessed to walk away from things that no longer serve you. Or it's your patterns that are coming out in different ways, different people, and now that is coming to an end. Now it's time to release all those negative patterns, people, places, things that did not and were not good for you. All right? And it was bringing you such havoc in your life. I mean, it just wasn't good for your growth, your soul's growth. And so the blessing is this. The blessing is that you've seen that you must heal that which you have to admit to, right? We all have to see what, let's look in the mirror and say, what has been happening? What's been going on? What are the patterns that have been forming the last decade of your life? And how can I become a better person? By doing that, by even the illumination of things that have been shown to you now, that is a huge blessing. All right, let's get some clarifying cards, whatever the universe wants to show you. There's your truth. Look at, the stars are guiding you. This is all about the guidance that you are being given. The truth is being illuminated. Hello. The truth is being illuminated about your life, Scorpios. You have the blessings of the universe right here, showing you front and center the truth. You now see the truth very clearly. And it's a blessing in disguise, whether you know it or not. The truth shall set you free, right? The truth shall set you free, okay? This is a time where you have realized what was harming you in your day-to-day. Look at, again, are you kidding me? You got it twice. Are you kidding me? So you did not go through this once, but twice is being illuminated for you to see this. There's so much toxicity here, Scorpios. Codependency. Codependent. Codependent on what? Others? Were others codependent on you? Was there deception that was clearly part of your truth now? Deceiving others, yourself? Only you can answer those questions. All right, let me take these because they came. Look. So the tower moment had to happen. This is the tower. The disruption in your life had to happen because of this. This is huge. This in the middle of the deceit and sex, drugs, rock and roll. This is all about the patterns, the everyday patterns, the everyday thoughts that you could not release are being released for you. That's a blessing, Scorpio. Huge. It's a huge blessing from the universe to finally release the people and places and things that gave you this tower moment. You had to release this stuff so that now you can turn the page, right? That's your truth. And that is the universe. Oh my God, there it is. That's the universe saying, this is a blessing. Again, the star is your light, your truth, and your blessing. Wow. Wow. That is profoundly what is happening here. That's very profound. So that's what had to be destructed, was the codependent. And now your destiny is before you. Wow. Look at that. Now you can start over again. Let's look at the bottom of the deck. Now you can plan for a new future. Yep. Now you go through the gateway, through the pathway of light. You are this light. You are going toward the light now through the stars in the universe. I mean, I know it sounds, you may not get it, but you are now going to the light from the illumination that you've been given. Understanding the toxic behaviors and the people and places and things that give you deception and envy, people deceiving you, you deceiving them, however it works in your story, that's up to you, right? That's your truth. Whatever your truth is, came out as a blessing in disguise for you and to change. For you, it's time for you to change. You. See, look at this. There's no one else in this card. This is all you. This is your destiny. This is the end of a time which things kept going round and round. Karmic patterns, karmic cycles, right? This was you going round and round, doing the same thing, different day. Not understanding that you're deceiving yourself and or others by doing this. So the universe came in to say, listen, this is maybe different people in your sphere, in your life, different people, but the same old patterns are forming, and they need to be addressed here in order for you to move out of it and to rise up, to see it first. You had to see the truth of your situation, because this is about your light shining in the world. You are the star, right? As I depicted in the beginning of the reading, this is all about everyone turning the page now, turning the page and going through your life now in peace and understanding and truth, right? You are the star here by not going back to things that don't serve you, by instilling some semblance of what? Of truth in your life so that you can turn the page. There it is. That's beautiful. How does it happen? Well, that's the universe. You are now turning the page, Scorpios, in your book of life, and you are now proceeding ahead, knowing your own truth now, knowing the illumination that you know now. What you know now is going to take you into the future. What you have illuminated, whoever has been illuminated to the truth is now moving forward. It's a blessing in disguise because it was just too much to bear. And what was the too much to bear? Way too much of this. Being stuck in the same old situations with just different people, but you had to look in the mirror to see that something's going wrong here, because it's constantly coming around. The same conversations, the same patterns of, gosh, I heard that from so-and-so, right? So you were illuminated. You were brought to you took time out to say, wait a second, this one has told me this, and that one has told me that, and now there's a pattern, right? So the truth now will set you free so that you can turn the page of your destiny, right? Your destiny right here. So that you're not going around in circles doing the same thing with different people. This is about your truth. Hallelujah, right? So the trumpet is being blown. The angels are proud of how far you've come, Scorpio, and now you are moving into a whole new life. The slate is clean, starting over again, and not doing the same old stuff, not doing the same things, because you've learned. You've learned. So what does that mean? That means that take this wisdom and take this knowledge and take it to a whole new life for yourself, right? Understand that this had to happen for you to learn about yourself, about your own truth and the truth of others. All right, let's do romance now. Let's see what's happening in the romance department for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for the month of December 2019. Show me whatever it is for the highest good of the Scorpios. Okay. All right, let's see. A little flirtation goes a long way, right? Being flirtatious with others, starting some kind of lighthearted, a lighthearted conversation, maybe with someone new. Let's see. There's some romantic feelings going on with someone who may be coming into your world, or as you can see, he is looking at her the same way. It's interesting how the masculine, actually, I digress. The masculine is giving here, whereas the feminine is giving here, right? Masculine and feminine coming together in a very nice union of feelings being real and just flirting with, it's like the innocence of a new relationship, right? It's like the beginning stages of relationship, right? And you see you have the angelic guidance here. There's the guide, your angel guide, guiding you, actually two of them, your cherubs, the cherubs, right? Each one helping the other to guide you through a nice new romantic relationship. Now it is safe for you to love, right? You're going to offer your lighthearted flirtation to someone, right? Again, the cherub angels are right here, still guiding this relationship, right? And this is the relationship that comes with, hold on, where is that card that I had? A new, nope, okay, no, I don't see it. There it is. This is what was holding you back from the real deal, codependency, okay? Others being codependent on you for whatever it is. It could be sex, drugs, rock and roll. It could be money. It could be stability. It could be the security of having people around you just because you're used to that and it's safe, right? Codependency is trying to be safe, right? What is your truth, Scorpios? That's what you have to figure out. And that's what you're figuring out in the month of December. What is your truth? Not the love that you seek was not sought. What does that mean? It was unrequited. Why? Because there was codependency in the relationship that you came out of, which is, hold on. This is codependency. Okay? And this is exactly what we were talking about earlier. Whatever caged feelings that you felt like you could not get out of, it's right here. You did not see a way out. You couldn't see it. So the universe had to come in and show it to you and show you your own truth so that you could move forward now in a new chapter of your life. So whatever unrequited love here is happening, the love was not reciprocated because someone was depending on the other too much, right? And the universe had to step in and show you this. This is the tower moment that you experienced. And it hasn't been easy, but it's necessary. It was necessary for you to be illuminated to your truth so that you can be set free to live your destiny and shine your light bright for everyone to see. No more doing the same old thing with this different people and having the same thing happen. What happened all the time? Feeling left out, feeling unloved. Why? That's what you had to think about. Healing your childhood self. Feeling always left out. So you had to address why was there unrequited love and codependency? And this was your truth. This is the blessing that came in for you to live a life of truth. One more card. So now, very soon, because now you're in this mindset in December going into January. Like, you know what? I deserve love here. Are you kidding me? I'm going to heal. I have healed. And now I'm going to flirt, right? I'm going to flirt, maybe with someone new, and get started on a real relationship that is deserving of me and not be codependent on others who don't and or cannot give me the same back. Or is it you? All right, you have to think about how this plays out in your world. Okay? So now you're going to very soon understand why things didn't work out and why they do. Right? What's that? That's that movie, right? What is it? Sweet Home Alabama, where, you know, the girlfriend of Reese Witherspoon says, it's funny how some things don't work out and it's funny how some things do. Here's the true love that you are waiting and looking and searching for is coming to you as soon as you release people and places and things. Or it could be your codependency on love that cannot be reciprocated for whatever reason. Now you're going to very soon be with someone, starting a new relationship with someone who is going to be good for you, is going to be the person that's going to, you know, not have the codependency. You're not going to need that codependency. You're releasing the codependent. No, not enough love in your life. Because now you've been given the truth of the matter, the situation. Okay? All right, let's get an Ascended Master and or Archangel card for Scorpios for the month of December, the final month of and year of 2019. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. One card. It's this one. Charity. Prayer and contemplation. The prayers that you have given out to the universe will be, has been heard. Sorry. Has been heard. And now your prayers will be miraculously received and answered, right? Let go and let God, right? The card of charity says, connect with heaven and ask and you shall receive. It's beautiful. Okay, so I wish you a beautiful, wonderful December 2019, the end of the old now. Everything is all about you. Shine your light bright for all to see here, and speak only of your truth, and turn that page so that you can start a whole new life. Nothing remains the same in the next decade of your life. So enjoy it. If you need if you need a reading, if you need a quick question, whatever, reach out. I send you love and blessings. Bye.